Strike the spark. Strike, strike, strike the spark. Strike the spark. It's in our heart. We are in the pen forge, making art. Strike the spark. Strike the spark. Inspiration to light the dark. Together we will build it up and leave our mark. Strike the spark. Into the pen forge. Into the pen forge. Strike the spark. Strike. Oh, strike. Strike the spark. Strike. Strike the spark. Strike the spark. It's in our heart. We are in the pen forge,
Oh, I mean, this whole time I was talking to you guys that my my mic was still not working. All right, let's try that again. Hey, welcome to the Pen Forge, where every day we mess up our stream. Um, so this scribble that I got here that I was explaining earlier before I realized my mic wasn't working is a logo design for a buddy that I work with. Uh, he's all about fishing, and he might revive his YouTube channel. And I think if we can give him a working logo that was really, really good, that might motivate him to really get back into it. That's what we're working on today. And as I was saying before, I looked over at all my stuff on the other screen that shows me how the stream's working. Um, my mic wasn't working. So he didn't say anything about what font he wanted. So whatever we have here might not be the final result that we go with. But first we need to get transform. Top where you probably can't see, we got. Let's do like five. That's not at all. Let's see. Okay, there. This is fun. Let's see. What? Tripping. Oh, I gotta hit enter. But I like that. Slide over to my other keyboard. That's something we're looking for. Trash Angler TV. That's pretty good. Then I'm just gonna do some basic. Let's say it. One of the things that I noticed with extra monitors is for some reason it just likes to throw these windows somewhere different. Let's see. Solid color and why is it putting all my windows in different size? We'll do text. Yeah, this is just gonna be placeholder stuff for now. Better idea how it would be. TV. Very basic. I mean, this is the part. This is the fun part. We're gonna work. It's time for the drawing minute. Favorite. Here, another keyboard. got this mini keyboard. Unfortunately, uh, but it's thing. So here's the idea. You can kind of see this guy here, right? He's got this fishing pole and it's coming down, and then we're gonna have this cool fish right here doing this little fishy thing. He's like, oh yeah, I really caught me. With some like splashes going around like this. That's the idea. Only people in here. All right, but a lot better than this. I got a picture of my buddy on my phone here, so we can actually draw him. Here's we're gonna get a good rough clean it up like we did in the last drawing stream that we had. Tablet here, it's not working. We're on full. I'm not gonna be able to rely on my tablet today. Go ahead and just get rid of all of this. We're just gonna go right into some drawing here. This one. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so my tablet is not showing me any of my chat. I'm gonna have to look back. Alright, so we had some technical difficulties at the end of your stream, man, where I lost internet. I think a lot of people in the area lost internet. But luckily, it came back just in time that we can start doing our stream. So what we're drawing today, you know, our area manager at work. We'll just call him by his initials, TJ. Um, we are working on a logo for him because, believe it or not, he has a YouTube channel and he does fishing content on there. We were just talking. He was just talking about maybe getting back into it. And I was also trying to sell him on the idea of doing YouTube videos again. And so I agreed, maybe to help motivate him, I can redo his logo. Well, he doesn't even have a logo, actually. But I was thinking, we get him a logo going on, we can probably get right back into YouTube and do some fishing content. I actually enjoy fishing too. Right now, we are blocking in the basic stuff that we need. We'll clean it up after we're done. I was supposed to have my tablet up to the left of me here, but for some reason it's not showing the chat. Try to get it to work. Keeps sitting on loading forever. But I can look over here. Yeah, let us grow our community larger and larger once we get everyone streaming. Or having a YouTube channel, whichever one they want to follow. Worst part, I'm using my phone right now. Look at a reference picture, and battery's kind of low. So it keeps trying to turn itself off while I'm trying to look at this. I'm gonna have to probably shrink this down, get back into the logo a little bit. Your advice on downloading all of the music I was going to use and putting it on on its own thing, separate from having it on a browser. So I have more control. It does that on the tablet sometimes. Oh yeah, with the chat. I don't know. It'd be easier for me not have to glance backwards fully. If I can just okay. Maybe if I close out the app and bring it back. Close the app and open the app. See. How many monitors am I using? 3. I have 3 monitors right now. I have the one that we're watching right now. That's my Wacom, and then I have a smaller monitor, but that's like off to my like direct left, and that has my music on that playing. And then my main monitor, which is actually a 55-inch TV, is has my Meld Studio on it right now, and I've been glancing back at that. But I got the tablet to start working. I can see what you guys are saying now. This drawing, we're gonna want to make sure we have it as clean as possible. Because I want to do. I'm a big fan of doing a stroke around the whole thing, or an outline around the whole thing. Once we get our base figured out. Straight my brush down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. What? Yeah, you were saying that in your stream you only had the one monitor, and I was thinking you only have the one monitor right now. When do you plan on upgrading to two? You know, didn't even notice it. There was an audio difference. You coming back on Monday? I think we met someone who's good at their job. It actually talks about having you help out some other technicians while you're back, get you back into the groove. Oh, look at that. All right, back to it. Back to it. Back to it. Yeah, it should be. I at least got to talk to my field manager or branch manager because I got 4 therapy sessions I got to do, and I got a darts appointment on Wednesday at 3. But you're in the clear on that. I think we're gonna work with you to make sure you get back on your feet. Without a doubt, it's too valuable to lose. We need to get you back on your feet soon. I mean, after you heal, of course. Hey, but let me say that that was a very fun stream. I normally am not a big fan of WWE. That was never my thing. But now that I got a little bit of skin in the game with my character, I was hooping and hollering at the screen today. All right, let's take a look. That's not too bad. Let's go ahead. Control T. This is transform. We're gonna make sure we're locked in so our proportions don't change. And there we go. That doesn't look like TJ at all, but I think we'll fix that here in a second when we dive on in. I'm gonna lower the opacity on this layer to make another layer. Now it's time to clean up everything. Appreciate it. I'm going crazy at the house. And thanks. That's what I'm trying to do. Most people I create characters for don't watch WWE. Actors. Favors. Yeah, autocorrect makes a fool of all of us. Well, now I get to I'm gonna zoom in. Chrome keeps turning itself off. Need this reference. I work with the guy like every single day, but let me tell you, I couldn't draw him. So right off the bat, just doubling down on the reference, this hat needs to be more like section that comes out a little bit more. At that little what? Now we're in the part of the drawing where we want to make sure we make some really good clean lines. He has alright. So in the reference, he wears his hat every single day, but it's a Huck hat. I think we're just not going to draw that for copyright reasons. I'm not too sure if we can get in trouble for doing that or not. In the cleanup step, I'm definitely going to be aiming to make this look more like in tomorrow's stream, we're going to work on custom Magic the Gathering tokens for another coworker who plays Magic. I'm definitely interested in having some tokens made for his Do the eyeballs as well as I wanted to on that first pass. He's got something that goes like this on his eye. Then he has a little dip here, comes back out. Fold, skin fold right up under the eye here. Comes down like that. And she got something. Same kind of up, droop. Either almost very squinty. They are very squinty, I guess. Not almost. Big fan of how the second eye is looking. It looks way too small compared to the first one. A little bit here, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, that I like that. That's coming together. Actually, in the reference picture, he actually has his mouth open a little bit. Beard actually comes like right off the edge of his face here. Now, he's actually got, unlike me, sideburns are actually very well maintained. That, all right. That's starting to look really clean. Believe it or not. Oh, yes. Top of the ear. That's coming out nice. Our faction name is the Weed Killers. I was thinking something along those lines when you mentioned it. We could also call it like the manager call or like the service call or something. So we got to bring in a manager call. Come in and start wrecking everyone. If I get too crazy in the shadows just yet. All the extra line shading. I want to keep this very basic. It needs to be very readable because YouTube logos can range in size. So the more complex I make it, there's a bigger chance that when we shrink this down to be a size for a thumbnail or something, we could lose some of the details. You don't want to lose details and readability. A good logo is always one that you can see from a distance and be able to tell exactly what it is with little to no context. Think of McDonald's. When you see the two golden arches, you're not confusing that with any other logo. It's fire, man. I think I'm gonna put us in some type of rivalry with the three Usos. Honestly, yeah, whoever that guy, the guy was in the chat, he was talking smack right back to me. When you saved my character, and I was like, oh, my hero. He's like, no. Yeah, that's gonna be one thing you got to be careful with. Honestly, I think having a little bit of on stream or in the chat rivals is going to help elevate the overall experience for sure. That was trying to turn itself off. See, somebody that has things are kind of bunched up here. Maybe a rough sketch. See what what's that? We'll just call it a sketch. Something I noticed when I did my last stream, I was working on a whole bunch of painting models, and um, I I ended up streaming for over 3 hours. When I uploaded it into After Effects, that's when I learned that After Effects only can only let you edit up to 3 hours worth of video. Um, so if I want my streams to be more than 3 hours, I might not be able to edit parts of it in YouTube because it will cut anything after 3 hours. It will definitely. I encourage chat rivalry, but I was talking about the YouTube logo. How you got to be careful not to lose any detail when you shrink it down. That's yes, that's correct. I'm also doing this pro bono. Like I didn't even charge my coworker for this. This is all free. Mainly because hey, if I draw this on my stream, that gives me something to draw. And motivates me, pushes me to start doing more drawing. At the same time, I can get him doing his thing. Maybe he might even just mention, "Hey, my logo or my logo for my YouTube channel was made by Penforge Arts." See how that works. Now, I'm not doing this 100% for that reason. We are friend. We're actually friends, believe it or not. So doing this is something I want to do. I'm actually notorious for not wanting to draw people's ideas. Because sometimes people come up with really bad ideas. They're like, yeah, you'll draw this for me, right? And I'm like, no, sure, no. Sometimes no. I don't want to draw the ideas. But a lot of times it actually lines up with me going, oh, you know what, that would be a sweet idea. We should do that. And then I end up doing it. Turn up again. I've been drawing for a very long time. And I'm going to say, only just recently have I started to understand um, how clothes really fold on the body right. We'll be able to. Go to your creator dashboard on Twitch and go to video producer and click highlight, and you'll select the parts you want to keep. Okay. So the reason I ended up finding that out was when I was painting, I had the camera sitting on the table, and I ended up dropping it into my lap twice. And I pulled it into After Effects to cut that part of the video out because no one needs to see all that. And that's when I was like, "Where's the back half of this video?" It was only like 12 minutes that I ended up losing, but I was like, "What in the world is going on here?" Let's see through that stroke. God, no, it is 100%. Why am I seeing through? All right. I've had this phone for very long art uh-oh, time. I had it for a very long time, not a very long art. It's getting to the point where it might be time to get it. Battery doesn't last on this for. Let me know if you need me to show you. I can hop in Discord and show you how to do it sometime tomorrow. Oh, speaking of Discord, that was really cool to see my name pop up saying that I started my stream. I feel almost like a professional. Definitely feel like I'm part of a community. I know if we can get us our other coworker who said he's interested in streaming to start, got to get him into the Discord as well. Community even more. That's what I'm trying to do and build a nice community. And yeah, that would be dope. Knowing that I have the community or the starts of this community behind me, and it motivates me more to stream and not to miss a weekend to get those streams in if possible. So far, I have been able to keep that going. Not miss a stream yet. At least getting one a weekend at minimum. We're gonna get a YouTube alert set up so every time anyone posts a video, it tells everyone in the Discord. Also, be very sweet. Now it's time to get in the nitty gritty of this. Oh no, hang on. We still got one more hand to do. This just feels so. It's like I'm like. It's kind of. It's a bit better. Apples are.
Another soul is claimed. This dark design bolsters my fame. Their shadows linger, the guilt drives me insane. But I've given my soul to this crimson.
Anything that's inside of the or that falls into these letters, I am not going to draw into those letters. I think everything's going to be above. Consistency is key, man. I got a doctor's appointment better with clips and long form. Autocorrect again. Get better with clips and long form. You brought up the clips thing, and I was actually taking pictures of the match on my phone to show the other field managers what's going on with that. And I was like, oh, I could have been hitting clips while I was watching. I really missed it on that one. I'll have to pay attention when the next time my character comes out.
The words carved at my skin, my dance with the devil, a life steeped in sin. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? The weight of what I've done. Will you fight it or ignite it? And watch me come undone. Follow, follow my trail, left red in the snow. For when it's all
For
said and
Extreme
done,
Elements.
I'll join them
This video will be uploaded on YouTube to watch. Um,
cries on the wind.
there will be a long form version of this that will definitely follow everything that we're talking about today, showing off the process of doing the drawing. And I'll also do a speed up version of it, just so you can see the process a bit faster. It's all good, man. Feel free to clip anything from the stream. It just helps me. Yes, it does. That's what I'm hoping for, is to make sure I can get some good clips for you.
Follow my trail, left red in the snow. For when
But
it's
the stroke is
said and done, I'll join them down below.
semi-transparent.
Cries on the wind, they won't let me go. My sins are written with blood.
If you got any viewers that also like drawing, whoops, and want to get into digital drawing, I'm not a professional at Procreate. I know that is the more mainstream digital art instrument tool. This is Photoshop that I'm using right now. But if you have any questions on how any of this works, feel free to ask, and I will see how I can describe it to you. Get you on the process as well. A lot of traditional art techniques can and will translate over to what you're doing here. They zoom in on my reference so I can see. See, I actually need to erase this section. Section. This is the part where you take our time and make sure get everything semi right. Close to this looks like a fishing pole, then we're succeeding. Actually gonna too, because he's supposed to be fighting this fish in the logo. Actually want this back into this one. It's gonna something like boy. This could be the line that comes off it. It'd be like that, or I was kind of thinking more, maybe more like coming down. No, like that. Again, so our main character here, he's going to be facing in this direction, and then we want there to be like this, the line we come around like this, and there's a fish, and it's looking this way. That fish is going to kind of take up the bottom half right here. Let's say. We'll get to that spot here in a second. I need to get a good like largemouth bass reference. Oh, I got someone at the door yelling at me. Give me 1 second. He's upset. I just fed him. I don't know what he can be upset about. On my door. I yeah, pushed back the monitor a little bit, messed up my. That the name of his YouTube channel? Yes, Trash Angler TV. I think it's just Trash Angler right now. But when we were discussing how we were going to do the logo, I wrote TV on there, and I think he likes the idea of that being more like an episodic channel. So Trash Angler TV, I think, is going to be what he ends up changing to 100%. You found him? Yeah, the last video he posted was like 4 years ago, when he went on a fishing trip and his wife caught a. I think it's super cool. They were not too far off the coast. I've always wanted to go more deep sea fishing. I always thought it was a cool idea of catching one of those like swordfish or marlins or whatever they call them. All right, let's get rid of our background here. It's looking really good. I think if we just pull a line down like this. That looks awesome. That looks really good. All right. We're gonna make another layer. Because the next thing we're doing is I'm going to pull up a kind of a largemouth bass. Let's see here. The largemouth bass picture on my phone. On the phone. It's spelled it. Oh, something that has that really iconic largemouth bass. Like this. Don't shoot. My reference is looking the wrong way. But with Brown, be back in business. Awesome. All right, so we got a reference. Just like we did with our guy, we're going to go ahead and do a really rough drawing of it just to get the shape of it. Then we can do some positioning and we can figure out how we want to have our largemouth bass sitting in our logo. I hope you guys are getting excited because I think one of our next streams next week isn't going to be art related at all. Because there's a game coming out. There's actually two games coming out, but I think we know the one we're talking about is coming out on the 19th. And even though Bullet Breezy's gonna be streaming it, which can give me some insight on if I'm gonna like it, I think I'm already liking it. I think I might just risk it and get it anyway. Oh, I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna play some Crimson Desert when it comes out. That is something I'm super excited for, and I just keep seeing more and more videos on what the game's about, and I'm floored. It looks awesome. It looks like the Elder Scrolls game that we should have been Elder Scrolls 6 we should have been playing like 5, 6 years ago. Because at the moment, they're never gonna make another Elder Scrolls game. At least, I don't want to make an Elder Scrolls game. I think we're just gonna have to deal with this next, or we're just gonna have to use this next one, and it just looks so massive, massive, massive. Me too, man. The fact Elder Scrolls has been in uh, devotion development forever has been a huge letdown for me. And yeah, I've seen people comparing it to like just like GTA 6. Yes, um, I saw people comparing it to like GTA 6, like a fantasy version of GTA 6, um, which I think is also really cool. Another game came out pretty recently that I'm a huge fan of. I don't know, Bullet. You can tell me if you ever played this before, but Slay the Spire. This is Slay the Spire 2, though. I hope not. Only thing I don't like with the marketing was that they said it was bigger than Skyrim, and they did the same thing with Starfield, and I've heard of it but haven't played it. Yeah, it's a deck building game. As you or it's also what do they call the term a roguelite. But as you play the game, I mean, you're gonna fail. But yeah, it's like a roguelike. So you're designed to fail, but every time you play through it, you unlock more and more things that you can use in the next playthrough to make yourself stronger. A fish is too big. We need to shrink this down just a tad bit, or else we're gonna draw ourselves right off the page. I'm excited for a good single player adventure game. Yes, me too. The last one I played that I really enjoyed was Dragon Age Veilguard. I didn't play that. I didn't end up playing that one. Some of the older games, but I wasn't fully a fan of them. Like I thought I would be. I don't know. Maybe I'll give them another chance sometime. It got a lot of hate, but I enjoyed it. Yes, it did get a lot of hate. I heard about. All right, our fish is starting to move like a fish. About done with the roughness, the rough sketch of it. The this gill section does not look good. It's like that's going to look a lot cleaner. To the cleanup stage we're drawing. That's a yes. I do the same thing for movies. Like, sure, the critics will watch it, but you gotta you gotta watch it yourself and make your own assessment. So, a good example is Stranger Things. I was seeing so many people hating on the last season of Stranger Things, and some of the stuff they were saying, yeah, I could agree with. Like, maybe not the biggest fan of subplots that don't actually do anything for the main story, but I watched it, and by the end of it, I was like, no, this is pretty legit. This is not too bad. I would say maybe 10% of what the critics are saying apply to the situation, but overall, I was like, this isn't that bad. I never watched it, but my family loves it. Keep looking down here, but let me look right there. It's really good. It takes place in the 80s. Um, a year before Chernobyl. I judge everything in time spans of when did it happen around Chernobyl. But switch over to our next layer. We're going to clean this up. Probably actually make it bigger. Let's also zoom in. I like that. Let's see what we're doing here. We'll make our brush just a tiny bit smaller. Now we are going to get into it. Large mountain button. Oh, now something I think everyone can agree with was the final season of Game of Thrones. Yes. And let me tell you, I'm still a huge fan of Game of Thrones, but that final season was such a letdown. I'm glad the showrunners did not get that Disney job, because that was the rumor, was that they were wrapping up Game of Thrones because they were going to be the ones directing that new trilogy of Star Wars. I mean, it didn't really go well. That trilogy of Star Wars was actually pretty bad, but you're gonna have a project that you've been working on for like years and years and years. And then you're just gonna be like, oh, you know what? There's something better coming down the pipeline. Let's just wrap this up and go on with it. Like, okay, you never loved the original work to begin with, or you didn't love the work to begin with. It was all just for money. But I'll say this: the House of the Dragon stuff has been absolutely awesome so far. I know their next season is coming out soon, and I'm very excited to watch that. And I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's going to be good. And this has got a little bit of hate that I don't understand either, because I like the first two films a lot, but Avatar. I've seen the first one, The Way of Water, and now the new Fire and Ash one has come out. I'm ready to watch that one too. I'm not sure why it has gotten hate, or why I've seen it has gotten hate, but I choose not to believe it. I think it's going to be good. It really beats a lot of other shows and movies that have come out recently because it's while it follows some like normal themes, or I don't want to say it like not normal themes, but like some people are like, oh, it's not original because it kind of feels like an Alien Pocahontas or something like that. But it's like, and I mean, who cares? It's kind of better than some of these remakes that people are doing. I love House of the Dragon. Fun fact: I accidentally spoiled something for my buddy because I had read the books and thought he had, but he hasn't. Oh well, don't spoil it here. I'm pretty familiar with how the story ends because I watched before they even made the show, and I was such a big fan of Game of Thrones. I watched so much extra content, YouTube channels and stuff like that talking about it. So I'm fairly certain I know kind of how some of it ends, but that doesn't change of how spectacular it's going to look once you get to that point. Definitely, I don't think I made the head the right shape in my first initial drawing because as we're slowly going back through what I got here, seeing a lot of like you can see right here. I have it a lot lower. I brought it up some, made the eye a bit bigger, and now this is looking a whole lot better. This actually like comes down or it comes back up. It's looking like a meteor fish now. That's right, we go from WWE to I'm drawing a fish. A lot of people are surprised I read books. I don't know why though. What? What? Are they saying because you have that accent, that southern accent? He's uneducated, he don't read no books. What? That feels a little insulting to me. I know for a fact you're an intelligent man. I don't know, I read a lot. I was trying to read some more. I got I need to get back onto it, but I bought The Exorcist, the 1970s book. and I got through the first like, because it's not like chapters, but it's in like these larger sections. I got through the first section, and it's just kind of like, when is the scary stuff supposed to happen? Because it's like doing a lot of build up of the main character, and I guess yeah, you got to know what the main character is all about, right? We're not gonna just jump into it before we establish all the characters and stuff, but I'm ready for all the scary stuff to happen. Though, what I did read, it was starting to get to that point. There was a couple of moments in the book you're like, oh, uh-oh, that's scary. But that's not scary, but like weird, interesting. And I also bought a Stephen King book that I had before called Cell. I read it when I was in high school. It's really good. They made a movie on it, and it was really bad. I was not a fan of that movie. It had, believe it or not, it had Samuel Jackson and some other guy that I. Oh, John Cusack. I want to say it's John Cusack because he's got a weird name. So I always think about it like that, like, oh, it's that guy with the weird name. All I talk about, make sure you don't have too much detail, and here I go again, making too much detail. Now we got to redo these bridges. We're gonna just we started doing it. Gonna, gonna follow this original. Like I said, like a good fish. Oh, I'm reading a series right now called the Ranger Archives. It's so good, man. And fun fact, if you read it on your phone, you can get it for free on Ocean's PDF and open it in Apple Books and read it for free. Is it kind of sounds like a fantasy series? We're gonna straighten this back fin down a little bit. It's a prequel to another series that I read. Well, fun fact for you, I enjoy writing, and I've been writing a not like a book. I DM, and as a DM, I created my own universe to play in, and I've been kind of working on this universe for like all of time that I've been alive, essentially, and eventually I'm going to take all of this writing I've been doing for D&D and the stories and the history and eventually turn it into a book. Or comic. I kind of want to do a comic. But I almost have no time to draw, except for like during the weekend. But it would be really cool for stream that if I did that, then you guys could follow me on the adventure of drawing the comic. Maybe I can get a Kickstarter and have those who pledge to help get it. See, what I want to do is I want to get started, get enough of it that when it's time to publish, maybe put a Kickstarter out to help get that published. And then those of you who are the Kickstarters get a limited edition cover of the comic, of the graphic novel, that only you guys get for pledging and helping out get the comic off the ground. That would be dope, man. It's actually been a dream of mine to do that. All right, let's drop this. Look at that. That looks legit. That looks really good. Let's just throw some lines here. I'm gonna bring back our main guy. And look at that. Look at that. We almost put it perfectly where it needs to be. We could do Control 0. We can bring it out. Look at that. That looks awesome. Oh, you actually wrote a book? It's on Kindle. I just don't promote it on stream because it has my real name. Oh, you wrote a book though? That's really cool. You're full of surprises, dude. Well, okay, so you don't need to. You can text it to me or tell me when I see you next at work if you don't want your name out there. Um, to the what 2 streamers or 2 viewers that we have or whatever. Um, but I'd like to read it. I want to make this fish a little bigger though. Excuse me. So we do control. Make sure we're on the right layer. And then we do Control T. We can just make this fish a little bit. Oh, here. Oh, that's great. The only thing we gotta do is like kind of put like a bit of like a lure coming out. Yep. Crash Angler TV. Now we just gotta get the colors in there. We got the line work done for now. And we've been recording for an hour and 30 minutes. I want to just try to avoid hitting that 3 hour mark. Keep my stuff under 3 hours. All right. So let me do the most important thing you should always do. And you should do this more often than I just did it. Save it. Save the file. Over to my other keyboard. And we're going to say trash underscore angler underscore TV logo. All right, so now if I suddenly lost power or something, I wouldn't lose all this hard work I did for the last hour and 31 minutes. All right, so we got our 2 line works, we got our overall design. Again, at the beginning of the stream, before I realized my mic wasn't actually on, the one thing is this overall font might not be the font we end up using at the end. This is going to be version 1, and once I show it to the client, and he makes a decision on color and fonts and all that, then he can say, hey, yeah, that's what I like. That's good. We can keep that. All right. You think Sometimes I do. Got an idea. Got an idea. So fast. What if we did this? If we did this. Oh, good way. It's great. Let's fill it with. Yeah. Control D. Control E. Stroke. C to the stroke. I don't like. It says opacity. Oh, it's on overlay when it should be normal. Take the TV portion. So this is now we're doing a little composition here. So it has little. Okay, I see what I'm saying. D is right here. It still has long. It still has an overlay that should be. I just set that to like 24. Yeah. There we go. All right, so here's my thought. This is gonna be underneath everything else, but I was thinking, and then we could probably change the background color as well. What if we hang on? What if we make that stroke a bit bigger? Let's double it and give it to the next person. I'm a big fan of how. Oh, let's get the book. I'll definitely be giving it a read. All right. You should come up with a pen name. Yeah, I just got it on my phone. I'll let you know if it doesn't work, if I can't open it. But if you want to get it out there, you should give yourself like a pen name. You could be like, what was it? RRH or something like that. Like give yourself two middle names, like all the other artists or authors do. All right. Now, for like all of our stuff here, that's the unreleased version. I have two versions. Oh, I said I don't want this. Disable this shortcut. Yes, I want to disable this. I don't want it. It's off. Oh, hang on. Turn that off. Turn that off. Just turn on. Oh, weird on the on the camera. All right. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is starting to really come out. I was thinking maybe we need a shape, just like a basic shape to kind of frame everything in. And I like the idea of this blue, but I also like the idea of maybe everything above the logo or above the words, make it look like the sky, and then this everything below it look like water. That's the fish coming out of it. But then that might also make it too complex. So we'll see. This is also like you were saying with versions. This is the first version. Once I get this to the client, I can get an idea of. I thought I just disabled it. Um, Shift to select more stuff with the lasso tool. I thought I just did this. Yes, turn this off. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what any of that means, but it keeps getting in my way. All right, so you hold shift on the keyboard, and with the lasso tool, you can add more sections. Apparently, had this sticky keys thing on that if I hold down the shift key for 8 seconds, activates it. Good lord. That- Now, we still want largemouth bass. The largemouth bass is like a forest green color. But it's like a really light forest green color. Then it has these stripes on it that's black, and it kind of gradients into those black or into that black. But we're looking for something like that wasn't that's what it keeps white on it too, like on the underbelly. So it's like white on the underbelly here, and then it's gonna move into this color, and then there's a black stripe, and then a black top, and everything else is gonna kind of gradient from that. I got a kind of idea how we're gonna. I want to keep everything. I don't want to blend it together or make it look super duper realistic. I kind of want it to be more like hard colors, like bam, bam, bam. That's our fish. Use Control D. Okay, now what's happening? I'm won't let me. Something was stopping me, preventing me from pulling my brush out. Now we got to clean up the edges. Lasso tool is pretty quick. It's a a lot quicker than coloring it in by your coloring book, but it does leave a big mess. We got areas that are poking out here. Swore I hit the E button on the keyboard for the eraser tool. Here. The idea is we're going to that gray that you see will not be. This will have a transparent background. I'll also do a stroke probably around this to give it that white stroke as well. Kind of a big fan of that. Alright, next, I guess I could do it with just this brush. Let's see what our reference looks like. What we can do, actually, we can add another layer. And if you right-click on the layer, you can actually create a clipping that goes into the base color of the fish. I just noticed I missed a spot here. Nothing's going to come out from this green section when we get into it with the other colors. So, first things first, I actually want off-white, kind of saturate a little bit. Not perfect one, like a warm color. But no, actually, I do want it. Make it bigger. Pretty much, everything on the bottom white. I hit X on the keyboard first, so we actually get the push here as well. Right here. It has it that white like, up this gill here. Down here. Also along this end here. Yeah, we have this color. We need like a really dark. That is like right up underneath its eyeball. Like big. You don't want bullet. You know, the bits. That's what that is, right? Bits. You bitten it up. Show me your bitties. Show me his bitties, everyone. Well, I appreciate you showing me your bitties. You know what? I forgot just to really to benefit me if I just got something like this, right? Look at that. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It's like this really rough. Got all this. Could have could have done the bottom like that too. Rough it up a bit. Now we're really doing something crazy here. Okay. Well, okay. Let's crazy with it. Saturate. That's very professional, doesn't it? Thank you, sir. That's hopefully what we're trying to go for is professional. Maybe. Get color. It's actually turning out really good, despite what I was initially thinking. One of the other things we gotta get is inside the mouth, which is actually like this reddish color. Be on the keyboard, the X. Oh, no, what? Man. Watch this. E. We're gonna hit X so we can go back to this. Now we'll brush is we'll do a very soft round. Oh, forgot to hit X on the keyboard again. get us back to the actual color we're looking for. Control D. Look at that. All we need to do is hit B on the keyboard, which we already are. Go back to our favorite line brush. Bring the opacity back up to 100. Shrink the brush down, and we can clean up the edges of this mouth. Just got to do that right here. Photoshop used to never do that. Now it does, and I hate it so much. I bet we also get brush a little bit bigger. Get back. So tool. Hold Shift on the keyboard. It selects all of our things here. We can do a similar gradient from dark to light. Alright. I liked that initial green, dark green color we had. Oh, I B on the keyboard, bring brush back. That soft round brush again. I want to lower the opacity on it so we kind of control how big this. It's a bit bigger. Oh, all color. Alright, wanted to, alright, control. It's looking pretty good. Pretty basic. I would be okay with like 20. Oh, yeah. That's coming out really good. Alright. Now, gotta do everything for this guy. I'll keyboard again. Bring it in. Get to work. Colors are subject to change. But in the original picture, was wearing a kind of teal color, greenish, bluish hoodie. All right, we're gonna break this down. Uh, Clothing item, or not clothing item, per like section. So we got clothes, skin, hat, hair. Oh, probably. He kind of had a hoodie going on with this color. Got to clean up all the spots. 100% opacity. Different spots. We don't. Lines. It's too many spots. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream so far. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the feedback indeed. Alright. Just realized this whole section down here is supposed to be teal. Arm. Alright, then we'll make another layer. And we'll do this for like, I guess we'll do it for like the skin tones. Go up here as well. All right, kids hub. We're sitting in here. It's one of those things where, unless my coworker is a green-skinned alien, that's not correct. There we go. Oh, so funny. I accidentally turned him into a alien guy. Alright, we're gonna need to zoom back in. Get into nitty gritty here. We gotta get the parts that kind of came out of the lines. Oh, it's a blue right here. Oh, oh, that's a lot of spots I missed. I'll look on this shoulder. Guess when I was as zoomed out as I was, I missed them. I did a better job than I did. Alright, I also noticed like, this all needs to be skin toned as well. Huh. Alright, but, you know, eyebrows hit his hair. Out. Color on a different. Be in a different layer. Alright, there. reference picture to see what exactly what color his hair looks like. This kind of blonde going on in the middle. It gets a little bit darker on the edges. Oh my goodness. Oh, Photoshop. Why do you do this to me? That looks great. That looks good. The brush. Stop. Get the eraser tool. Edges here. Skin tone is kind of coming to our beard area. Why am I grabbing the wrong brush? That's annoying. Oh, I have a big idea. What? All right, so in one of in my original picture, his mustache and like the center part of his beard here is a lighter color than everything else. Just, do like this. This is giving it some like like, mistakes happen, but this, let me look at this having. This guy like gets great. He wears his hat pretty much every single day. And he may end up asking me to go ahead and put the logo on there. It's like this color. Yeah, yeah. Section next to it is like black, pretty much. But I don't want it to be darker. Than this. I'm just gonna make it like this. Not that color. This color. Yeah, yeah, like that. That looks sweet. What color is he? The picture that I'm looking at, his eyes look very soulless. But I think he has blue eyes. So yeah, let's just do that. Skin tone. It's not the color I just wanted. This Photoshop thing is gonna make me lose my mind. Still wasn't what I was looking for. Well, I also noticed that he has a skin tone underneath the whites of our eyes, not the skin tone of our eyes. Good. And I actually think we're gonna go ahead and take this upper gray color. And we're gonna put it in for our fishing pole color. Yep. So the reason I say I think we made a mistake is because we thought right, supposed to be blue. It's actually not. Background. Whoops. This, this, X reasons. All right, let's zoom out and take a peek at what we've been working on. Look at that. Now I'm going to select our line layer to this, shift, add these auto forward. This, and I think we make it like 0.5. Look at that. Well, I believe that is where we're going to end it today. I want to make sure I get this over to TJ, my client, who is we talked about making this a reality, and see what he says about it, and make any necessary changes to color or overall layout of the design. And we can revisit this in the next stream when we decide to make those changes. But if you enjoyed the stream, give us a follow. This will go on YouTube, so if you'd like to go and watch this whole thing, if you missed anything or you want to watch it as a time lapse, it'll be on YouTube. Give us a like and smash the bell and all that stuff that YouTube asks us to do. And then I will see you guys tomorrow for the next stream, where we do some custom Magic the Gathering token designs for another coworker. Thanks for joining. See you next time.